Hey muñecas, thank you so much for watching. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on this look that I have going on right now, which I'm pretty sure I say this in every intro, but I am super excited about this look. I love how it turned out. I mean, it's a pink cut crease, but I don't know, to me it's like different because it's more on like the hot pink, like fuchsia, I don't know how you pronounce that word, type of pink, and I think it really complements my skin tone and my brown eyes. If you're like my complexion, this is gonna look gorgeous on you, but I'm pretty sure it will look gorgeous on anybody, but you know, I only have me right here, so I only tested it out on me so far. For today's eye look, I mostly use the 35B from Morphe, which is a beautiful colorful palette. It really gives you so much inspiration. I honestly cannot wait to play with like all the colors, so let me know if you want to see more looks using this palette. So far I am loving it, but that is it, my loves. Without any further ado, let's just go to the tutorial. Besos, bye. I'm going to begin the look with the eyes, and I'm first going to prime my lids using my MAC paint pot in Soft Ochre. I really like this one because it really makes the eyeshadows pop. And then I'm going to be taking the white eyeshadow from the Morphe 35B palette, placing that on the brow bone and blending downwards so it can set the eyeshadow base. Next, I'm grabbing that very light pink eyeshadow using my Sigma E35 blending brush. This brush really helps me blend the eyeshadow, diffuse it very well, like all over the upper crease area. You really want to blow out this color because you really want it to peek through once we apply the actual really dark pink that we're going to be applying next. So just make sure that you take your time blending and packing on the color little by little. Next, using my E25 brush from Sigma, I'm going to be taking the darkest pink in the palette. It's like a fuchsia pink. And I don't know if you guys could tell, but I was trying to show you that it's very important for you to hold the brush kind of like straight against the crease, because you want to make sure that you get the majority on the color right on the crease. You don't really want it to go all over the lid. I mean, you could kind of be a little bit messy because we're always going to come back and clean the lid with concealer, but it's gonna be easier and less messy if you try to concentrate the majority of the color on the actual crease. So what I'm doing here is I'm blending the pink using the E25 all the way from inner corner of the crease to outer corner of the crease, and then winging it out. And then I'm gonna change from brushes, and I always go back in with the bigger brush, the E35, with a tiny bit of the light pink eyeshadow, and I'm gonna blend around the edges, and then I'm gonna come back in with a smaller brush and pack on some more. So I'm gonna do this a few times, probably like 4 times, to get to this intensity that you see right here. And then once I'm satisfied, we can move on to concealing. So I'm using my Pro Longwear concealer from MAC in the tone, I think it's NC 20 or 25, I think it's 20. And then we're going to begin cutting that crease. I'm using a concealer brush from Morphe, which has no name on it because it's so old, but that's the one. Any concealer or synthetic flat brush is going to work great for this, and you're going to take your time just cutting that crease. And I decided to wing it out, but it's up to you. You can keep it a little bit more round, or just wing it out to elongate your eyes a little bit. So that's up to you. So I'm doing that there, taking my sweet time. And if you mess up, it's okay. You can grab a very tiny baby brush. This is also from Sigma. It's the E10. It's like a very small, precise eyeliner brush, and then I go around with a fuchsia color and just sharpen up that cut crease so it looks like we made no mistakes. And then I went back in using this MAC brush. It is the 242 with that lighter pink. It was like a shimmering pink, but to be honest, you guys, this is for nothing. You really didn't have to do this. I thought I wanted like a nice base for the glitter, but it just wasn't even showing up. So I took my Too Faced glitter glue and then my MAC 3D, no, I'm lying, this is the MAC Reflex Gold glitter, and with the same brush that I was using from MAC, the 242, we're gonna pack that on the lid, all over the lid. So take your time here. And again, you want to keep everything on the lid, but if something goes up on the crease, you can always go back to that trick and use the small liner brush and clean around the edges so everything looks like we made no mistakes. So I wanted the glitter to be more 3D and more pinky, so I took this rose pink glitter from NYX, and then I'm just packing that right over to give me a little pink vibe going on the lid, you know. And if you get any fallout, which you probably will, is glitter, you can always take a little bit of tape and just clean it around. It will pick up any excess. And then I'm going to move on to my wing liner. I think that anytime that you wing out the cut crease, you need a wing liner, but again, that's up to you. I'm using the black one from NYX. It's a liquid liner, and I prefer liquid whenever I'm using glitter because I just feel that it glides on better. Alright, so now going to the face, I'm going to begin by priming using my Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer. And for foundation, I mixed the Double Wear Nude with a few drops of MAC Luster Drops in the tone Sun Brush, but I forgot to correct my under eye. So I went ahead and used my Master Camo by Maybelline, which I review in my previous video. I know I'm going to forget to link it down below. So if you're interested, just go back to my previous video because I am so bad at that. To blend the foundation in, I'm using my curved kabuki brush from Sigma. It's the F83. It is so good, you guys. You have no idea. Like, I don't know, I just love it because look how easily I can blend around my eyebrows and everything. Like, I can get into any little edge of my face without messing up. Like, it's so good. It's so good, and then it blends everything so easily. I really love this brush to blend my foundation. And you guys know that I've always been about beauty blenders, but this guy, it sold me. It really sold me. To highlight and to add extra coverage underneath my eyes, I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And yeah, I'm going to put it all over the center of the face to bring back some light to my face, you know? The whole day about highlighting. And then I'm going to be using my little baby, what is it called? It's not a beauty, but it's Miracle Blender from Real Techniques, which I really like for this process too, because it blends, and I don't know, like I feel that it blends the concealer really well, and it just also gets into the little corners of the eyes and everything else. And then to set that in place, I'm going to be using the yellow shade from the Kat Von D contour palette. And if you're over 30 like me, or if you have just little premature wrinkles underneath your eyes, make sure that you tap in the concealer and that you have no creases before you set it in place. That is a plus, and it's the best way for me to not get too much creasing underneath my eyes. And then using the bronzy shade from the contour palette, I'm going to be bronzing and kind of like, I don't want to say sculpting the face too much. I have not really been into contouring too much, so a little bit, but not, you know, not overdoing it. So I also like to do it around my forehead. I do not have a big forehead, but I mainly like to do it because I feel that it looks more natural and that it looks like I have a natural tan going on. I don't know. That's my opinion, you know. And then with those two middle shades, I mix them in, and as you can see, I remove a little bit of the product using my hand, and then I just go into the nose and give myself a nose job. So for the lower lash line, as you can see, we're going back to the eyes. I'm going to be applying both of the pinks. So I begin with a light pink from inner corner to outer corner, and then I come with a smaller brush and just run the fuchsia pink. I'm sorry, I sound a little sick. Well, I am sick, so if I sound annoying and squeaky, it's because I'm sick and tired. But I'm doing this for you guys. So anyways, I go back in with a fluffier brush. That was the E45 from Sigma as well, and then I just blend around the edges, and then using the white, I'm applying that in the inner corners of the eyes. I did not want more glitter here. I just wanted like a pop-up brightness. So we're just gonna coat our bottom lashes with mascara. This is the Telescopic from L'Oreal, which has been a fave for a very long time as well. For the waterline, I didn't want to go with black because I didn't want to close out my eyes. So I went in with this Tarte Inner Liner, I think it's called. I don't remember, but it's like, it's a flesh tone liner, so it's not necessarily white, it's like skin tone. and I'm applying that there so my eyes can look nice and open and big, and just close them out. And now going back to the face, to highlight I use Anastasia Beverly Hills That Glow Kit. I mix a few of the shades, and of course I forgot to show it on camera. But yeah, just applying that on the highest points of my face, Rich of the Notes, Cupid's Bow, you know the drill. And then on the lips, I use Park Avenue from ColourPop. I thought it was going to be a little bit more pinky, but it's a little bit too peach. But I was so lazy to take it out that I decided to just go over it with a pinky gloss from MAC to tone down the pink. It didn't necessarily fix it, but I was too lazy to take it off, I gotta be honest. So you gotta make it work. Then we're just gonna set the face with my setting spray from Urban Decay, and that is it for the face. I just wanted to show you guys how I straighten my hair a little bit more after I cut it. I'm just using this diamond flat iron from Irresistible Me, which I have a coupon code if you guys are interested. I don't get any commission, but I really like it, so just wanted to share with you guys. And that is it, my loves. That is the finished result. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I would love to see some recreation, so if you recreate it, don't forget to tag me. I would love to see it and say hi. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you guys next time. Besos. Bye bye.